Let's talk about the elephant in the room, guys. We talked about a former quarterback a minute ago. You notice we're not talking about a current quarterback because we don't have one. Tommy DeVito is still the only quarterback on the Giants roster. We don't have a single option on the roster right now besides Tommy freaking DeVito. And the big name here, this is the ball that's going to drop, going to start making the rest of these names start going, is Aaron Rodgers, who's said to be down, according to the rumors at least. Listen, rumors change almost every hour. So if you're watching this past 9:40 in the evening on Tuesday, who knows what'll happen between now and then. But the rumors are that Aaron Rodgers is going to be down to either the Steelers or the Giants there. I know there were some initial conversations with the Titans. When I hear they didn't really go too far. I also heard there was conversations with the Vikings. And the rumors I heard was that Aaron Rodgers did not want to go to the Vikings, partially because he didn't want to get all the comparisons to Brett Favre. You know, obviously those two did not exactly have the best relationships in, Green Bay. And he just doesn't want that kind of comparison. From everything I'm reading, everything I'm hearing from people that I talk to, I think the big thing is that right now he's just debating on which way is better for him because they both have their pros and cons. I know Rodgers is a big fan of Malik Nabers. That's actually a big draw for him in New York, by the way, guys. So when people say, like, why would anyone want to play here? If you're a quarterback, look what Malik Nabers did with Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito, and Drew Lock last year. Imagine what he can do with a quarterback like Rodgers. Love him or hate him, the guy's a much better quarterback than those three. Then you go ahead and look at the Steelers. They just got DK Metcalf. They got Mike Tomlin. You also have to move, though, too. That's potentially part of it. You know, Rodgers did buy a house in the New York area there. So maybe that's a consideration for him as well. Only he knows that and his people. But don't forget, Rodgers literally is the one who first reached out to the Giants. He's the one who reached out to them. And the Giants are playing this very much like, listen, we're putting our cards on the table. We'd like to have you here. We're going to give you the time and respect to give you the time to make that decision. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I don't like the fact that we're letting Aaron Rodgers dictate what we do right now as a franchise because it's Aaron Rodgers. It's kind of known for being a jerk. And we've been dicked around already by Matt Stafford. Let's be honest, Matt Stafford wanted to stay in LA, did not want to leave. Because if he wanted to leave, he'd be gone. You know, then you go look at what's going on with the rest of the league right now. And you guys got Russell Wilson sitting around. And he's waiting now to see what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers because the rumor is basically whoever Aaron Rodgers picks, the other team very well could get Russell Wilson. But you can't throw the Titans out of the mix too because the Titans have also talked to Russell Wilson. So, we're going to have to find out what goes on here, guys. There's definitely, a lot of possibilities here. That's for sure. I think that, again, we're going to have to just wait it out. I hate to say it that way, but that's where we're at. Aaron Rodgers literally holds the cards right now to the NFL teams that need quarterbacks. And until he figures out what he's doing, I don't think anybody else is really going to be start signing. Like if you were Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston, would you really be interested in changing out, for a backup job right now, knowing that you could potentially get a starting job depending on what's happening here with the, with the starting job that is the starting jobs that are left. You really want to get the starting job. You don't want to be a backup necessarily. You don't have to be. So let's see what happens there. But it's looking more and more like Aaron Rodgers is kind of the bell of the ball here that we're waiting on. And again, I don't like the fact that the Giants are waiting on him and letting him dictate what we do the rest of this offseason. But again, I look at this as a guy that is the best option for us, a quarterback right now. As long as we can not let him strong arm this franchise the rest of the way. So if you want to give him the respect to give him a couple of days to make a decision, that's one thing. But I will be quick to call out. Absolutely quick to call it out. If I see this team just letting him do whatever he wants, if we start seeing the Alan Lazards of the world coming over to the Giants and that kind of stuff, like I'm going to call it out. because Rodgers can come here. I have no problem with that. At this point, I kind of prefer it because I think he's the one guy who can make it a decent season for us potentially. I said decent, not great. Let me be very clear on that. Decent. But I don't think he's in any position to dictate to us what we do. I do not think that whatsoever. So I'm really hoping the Giants are also smart enough to realize that as well. So
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.